We're going to talk about taking care of your house. And I don't mean in a cleaning, buffing, vacuuming kind of way. We're going to basically be talking about taking care of your business. So, if you are the provider, if you are working to take care of yourself, keep your home healthy, happy, put food on the table, this is what we're referring to. You executing in a way that allows you to take care of your home, to achieve and win, to be able to adapt and move with the market, to not be a layoff or a riff, as it is called when corporations have to lay off individuals. It is simply allows you to define and see how you are winning every day. And this is very personal to me because I have to provide. I have to provide for my family because that is my role. I need to earn so we can put food on the table, cover our bills, but also do amazing things, but also deal with the bad things. And if you are not focused on what is your mission and what is your north star of where you're going, you can get lost. And I would say for guys and women, moms and dads, it is very clear, right? We want the mission is to raise healthy, intelligent children that are better as much as possible at changing the world in the right direction. And that means that I need to be healthy. So I have a mission of being healthy. I have a mission of being the best at my job. I have a mission of earning the most that I can and building as many things as I can envision, right? Like, because I like to build things. But those are the missions. In order to do that, we have to commit. And that's pillar number one. If you want to take care of your house, if you want to survive recessions, downturns, layoffs, and just the negative things that happen in life, number one, you have to commit. And that doesn't sound intuitive, but when you break it down, I mean, you need to commit to the work that you're doing. Do good work. Be committed to your profession. Be committed to your training. Committed to taking care of what needs to happen. And, and in commitment, having that mentality means that we're not going to quit. It can be hard. It can be dirty. We can not like it. It might not go well today. This meeting might be bad, but we still have another meeting coming up next. You are committed to executing your best every second. Every second is not going to be great, but every second has the potential to be great. And the only difference is, are you committed to putting your best effort in? And there is something unique and magical that happens when you commit. If you take two performers, one person being blessed with skill and natural talent, and you take another person who doesn't have those things, but they are committed and they intentionally practice and pursue self improvement. They work double the amount of work, they have double the amount of output. I would hire that person over the natural talent because committed, focused effort is so much better than somebody who's naturally talented. And the reason is the person that is doing double the output, double the work, is passionate about it, is committed to learning, is evolving with every single mistake. Well, they're going to hockey stick see success, which means that they're going to multiply, 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 and keep growing. And they're going to pass the skilled person who is not committed at a high velocity, and they're going to keep growing. And that committed person building on those skills. Now, whether that is flipping fries, delivering mail, making articles, packing boxes, or being a law clerk, it doesn't matter. You put in the best maximum effort as you can. You're committed to your craft and what you're doing at the moment. You're going to build skills and transferability that anybody's going to just jump at the chance to have you on their team. That's just the way it is. Excuse me. High performers are always committed. Low performers are not. If you want to be a high performer, be committed, enjoy the high repetitions, the quick learnings, be focused, and you'll be better than everybody else. Now, there's another side to this, is that if you're an employee, you're a cost to the company. It's just what it is, right? If you are an entrepreneur, everything that you're doing has a cost. Your email service is a cost. You could call people and not email and then save the money on the email. Your vehicle has a cost. You have an office. That is a cost. We just closed one of our offices because it was a cost. And so those people are now going to be going to a different office, those that choose to go. So you have to recall that you yourself are a cost, and there are trade-offs that have to happen. And if the market is shifting, and if the world is changing around you, and you become stagnant, you don't improve, you don't evolve, you're not committed, you're not putting in the good work, well, you're a cost. Maybe a cost that should be replaced. And it's not in a negative way, because it also means maybe you're not excited about it. Maybe you're not passionate about it. Maybe you're not growing the way you were because you're relaxed. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't be pushing the pedal to the metal, to the floor all the time. I think you need to do it in sprints and live on a marathon timeline. But you have to recognize that you and I have a cost around us, and the outcomes that we're trying to produce are what offset that cost. So you have to know that, and it's not pleasant to think about it, because if the market changes, if the competition changes, if the technology changes, the company has to shift, because they are in the business of delivering on a mission of profitability, of helping their customers out. And if their customers no longer need, for instance, what you do, they haven't changed their commitment. They've changed their commitment to you, because you were not the mission. The work you were doing was the mission. And another way of looking at this is, because this is a hard concept, is if I'm committed to my health and every day I run 5 miles, and then one day I have a serious injury and I start skiing 5 miles every day. Have I broken my commitment to my health? No. The mission has always been the health. What changed is the running to skiing. And that's where we need to be mindful of. We need to see what's happening around us. And that way we can take care of our home. We can provide an income. We can be resilient. We need to understand that those shifts happen. And if they happen, how do you deal with them? To deal with them by the next pillar, which is keeping your eyes up and your head down. And this is a phrase that we have, I use with my athletes when I was coaching like 1,000 athletes, several professional ones. And the idea is you do the work. You put your head down and you grind. You put the work in whether you want to or not, as long as it's progressive to where you want to go and it's on our mission, that's where we want to be. The eyes up are so we are sensible about where we are going. We want to be sensible about the direction we're going. So if we see the market shift, we adjust. And then we lean in and we work hard with our head down. So to be resilient in shifting markets, you need to have your head down and do the work, grind, and be high output. But number two, you need your eyes up, surveying what's happening in the market and what you need. If you're an entrepreneur, if you're an employee, if you're a team member or a parent, you need to see what's happening in the landscape. If you do that, you will be resilient and successful. And to that point, you and I need to be building, I'll call it other streams of income, assets. We cannot just have material things as to kind of distinguish what we've done, right? So if you go through a year, 2 years, 5 years, producing, delivering results, getting paid, building a business, getting an income as an employee, whatever it is, and you only have to show for it is something shiny that's depreciating or a few experiences and some big dinners, you're in big trouble. You need to establish assets and resources, income, beyond your direct work such that you can handle any changes that happen in your world. And what happens is when you do that, that work, they'll call them side hustles for income, they feed your main commitment and your main focus. Everything that I do that is not 100%, doing my email or working with a team, everything else contributes to it. It helps me be a better leader. It helps me see what's happening in culture. It helps me see new market opportunities. It helps me to sell. It helps me to make better graphics. It helps me to communicate. So better output. So when you're thinking about what you're doing, when you're looking at your life, know this. Life has curves, and you can win in every situation. The choice is how you act, your actions, how you react, what's happening all around you, and really stay true to your real mission. Do you know what your real mission is? If you don't know what your real mission is, you cannot possibly achieve your full potential. And without knowing your real mission, you actually won't be able to adjust and orient through layoffs, negative events, and what's happening in the world. So I hope this is helpful. This is something that's really personal to me, and it's kind of hard advice. It's kind of hard love. We need to know, how do we become resilient to layoffs and downturns and recessions? We need to know, what are the action steps we need to take? How do we act? How do we react? And then what do we do to make sure we stay focused to our real mission? You need your real mission if you want to succeed and grow. You do not need to be the most talented person to win. You need to be the most committed person, putting in the most pragmatic work and executing at scale. You're going to win because of the iterations, because of the feedback that you got and the passion you put in. That's how you're going to win. There is a point where you have to remember that your work does not define your worth. What you impact, your output, that is measurable. Doesn't affect you, the human, but it does affect those humans that you work with. So have an amazing day. You've got this. Take care of yourself. Have fun out there. Let me know how I can help.